Okay, this is going to be a quick review of the Challenger and a bit of a gameplay commentary. I'm using the Xbox replay thing, so if it's a bit naff, I do apologise. There's been some changes to this since. We can apparently get first person view now, so I'm going to give that a go, but I'm yet to actually try it, so if it doesn't work so well, you have to bear with me. Right, so far so good. The game, it didn't break when we tried that. Right, okay, so this is a brawling spot, but the challenge is pretty quick and it's got a decent amount of gun depression, minus 10 degrees with a 32 pounder gun, so you're looking at 220mm penetration. I'm top tier here, so I figure I can hurt anything that comes up here. But I'm not an idiot, I don't want to go up there alone, so here I'm waiting for my team to kind of catch up with me. This rock on my left will cover me from any tank going up the hill, so that's why I'm staying here. However, this guy gets a bit too aggressive, so I managed to put a shot into him. I'll see if this will let me zoom in further. Let's have a look. Okay, well, that's just awful and disorienting. I apologise. I'll try and avoid doing that too much. Anyway, here's the gun at work. You've got a decent rate of fire. 220 is it's a fair amount of pen. It's enough to go through most things other than some tier 9 heavy tanks. When you're top tier like this, it's going to carve through pretty much anything. Of course, I missed. I missed there because that M4, you can't really tell from here, he fell over. His tank's sideways right now. He does have a bit of help with him, so I didn't want to try pressing the advantage against him, so I would have got myself shot if I did. So, while I do nasty things to this M6 in a second, I've talked about the gun. The rest of the tank, it's pretty quick. I've got it up to about 43 kilometers, I believe. It goes at a decent pace. I might be able to go a bit faster. It's got really, really good camo rating, so it can play as a sniper quite well. As you can see here, it can play aggressive fairly well if you use cover and your gun depression. It's got paper armor, so it's absolutely vital you don't sit there trading one-on-one. You make your shot and then you back away until you're loaded again if you're going to brawl. But this isn't a playstyle I'd recommend for all players. I'm a bit of an idiot and I just rely on getting lucky most of the time, so I can pull it off. But it's a very good sniper, I'll give it that. It's just sniping's a playstyle I tend to find a bit boring. You've got to hope that the team come to you. I prefer going finding my own damage, but it can do both in a pinch. Bottom tier I'd probably sniper with it, to be fair. Going up here to try and get some shots, again using the gun depression. I did actually aim at that guy. The view, I don't know what's going on with it, it's seeming a bit weird. God knows. Either way, some of the shells are going to go in, even if it looks like I'm not aiming at them. This gun is amazing though. Being one of the British ones, it's really quite reliable. I think it's got about 2-second aiming time. You're looking at about 0.35. On the accuracy rate, and it's pretty decent. It's going to miss the odd shot here and there, but you can't really complain. But bearing in mind though that the turret doesn't have full traverse. This caught me out when I was being circled by a tank in a different game, so you've got to be wary of that. It's probably about 45 degrees each way, I think, maybe a tad more, but yeah, it's certainly not fully traversable. Alright, things are going wrong here. First of all, I got in this Swedish TD's way, and then the Tiger P got in both our ways, so I've just decided to get out of there. I'm not helping that situation, I just want to move. Again, due to the gun depression, I'm able to get some shots on this SU-152. Of course, I missed him, but if I was a better shot, I might have actually penned him there. Like that, there we go. Having a look around here just to try and find where the priority targets should be. Obviously they're trying to cap, so I'm going to go for the easiest one I can get, hoping to use my gun depression so that I can avoid getting shot. The rock here is covering me from the tanks on the right, so I'm hoping I can focus this guy down. I take my shot and move. That's always vital. Never expose yourself unless you're loaded and ready to fire, and the minute you fire your shell, get out of the way. I see a lot of people fire and stay exposed, and you're just going to take damage for no reason. Now there's a T20 on the way up, but I need to kill this guy. Okay, so he's dead. I believe someone else killed him. I'm looking for the Minuteman still here. I should have been looking at the T20, mistake on my part, but I eventually get my act together and shoot the T20. and then he notices me, and I'm here thinking, ah, crap, because he's got quite a nasty gun. I beat his reload, verifying this is good, and then a teammate saves me from getting shot. So thanks, Plague Bringer person, you did good. I got shot there because I've got myself at a bad angle. I got the kill, so you could say it's worth it, but I don't know. In a tank like this, if I trade HP, then, you know, I view it as bad. You don't want to do that. Here I'm fighting a Minuteman, and I don't know what's going on with the audio there. I swear I don't wiggle my gun around like a maniac like that all the time. I don't know what was going on there. I'm trying to shoot a Minuteman here, but obviously, you know, troll side armor, so I bounce a few shots. Eventually, one of them goes in, and I kill him. I must have hit the tiny 2mm of, you know, armor that isn't about 1000mm thick. But yeah, anyway, that shows you what this tank is like. It's pretty good. It's got mobility, it's got camouflage, it's got gun depression, it's got a really, really good gun. Its downsides are the fact it's got absolute paper for armor, and it doesn't have a fully traversing turret, but they're not awful downsides, to be fair. I will say one thing: if you do get caught at close range, try and pre-angle your turret, because the turret traverse isn't amazingly fast. But that's what you do in a Hellcat, similar here. This was an ace game, about, what's that, 3.8k damage, which isn't too bad. But I've got to be honest, I was top tier. I wouldn't have been that aggressive had I been bottom tier. Well, I mean, I might have been because I'm a bit daft, but I wouldn't advise it. If you're bottom tier, play it as a sniper. If you're top tier, use a bit of cover, get stuck in, and have fun. It's a really, really good tank. It's well worth a look. Anyway, yeah, thanks.